it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Send the tight end in motion.
Keep it moving.
From the gun, the ground game. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Stanford.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. You got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Rides the back and leaves it. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Runs ahead and powers his way 4 yards down to the 30. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Isaac. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Behind the line, it's Isaac. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got his man. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on third down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
That's a bad lead.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick
Oh,
up the
look.
first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it on the move. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
And this QB already in the 1st quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
Motion from the wideout. Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They put it in the hands of their playmaking receiver, but he will be stopped short. It's 4th down.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. And to the end zone. Touchdown, UNLV. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Benedict. He's got great speed.
Jesus.
Room. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Cardinal. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Red pass, it's complete. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Just going to keep it after the snap. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Lost a throw on first down.
Wow. That's on me, man. That was a horrible thing.
But they've got it at the 34.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. The give to the back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. And we've come to the end of the first quarter. Take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. On the set. Here we go. Wants to go up top. Buys a little extra time. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as a completion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Rush is on him. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Complete to the right. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. And that's a really difficult route to handle if you can get a big fella working the outside in the corner like that.
No doubt, because he runs upfield first and then makes a beeline towards the sideline. So whether it's man or zone, you can throw that football away from the defender and make some big plays.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
He slings it deep to the left. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time. Being in position and making sure that thing fell complete.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Get it out on the screen. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Wants to throw it. Going for 6. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
Really nice job by the quarterback there, just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time. This is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Rice went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Owls in a statement win if there ever was one. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Over the middle. It's Benedict. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
It's Castellanos. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a 1st down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Stanford going back to work with another 1st down. The give to the tailback. Looking for room at the 30. He rolls it.
Just don't have anyone as fast as him, man.
Before he steps out of bounds.
Just run straight to the
What
sideline.
a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays,
every time.
speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
A 1st down run in the red zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Stanford quickly to the line. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right.
So every time.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Stanford.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start this drive with a pass.
Good offense.
Let's it fly. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They go to the ground. Runs through the tackle. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. He's going to take off. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you've got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. He's got his man. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And now the lead is even bigger. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Sends it downfield. It's caught. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Fuck out of here.
There are penalties you sort of forget about, and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On the move. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He uncorks a bullet to the right. It's caught downfield. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. looking to throw on first down. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
Man, if he doesn't drop it, there's 2 picks and 2 consecutive drives. He was in great position to make another play, just couldn't secure the catch.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Close to the marker, it's Isaac. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Quickly complete. He'll be brought down at the 12-yard line. Not enough for the first down, and let's see if they try to convert on 4th.
This is kind of like Vegas in gambling. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You've set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Looking to buy time. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught.
That was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And he'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Here's the handoff. Got enough for the first down. At midfield, he's got room.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cardinals.
It's fucking bullshit.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead,
Get
you
the
don't
fuck out of here.
bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores
come
again
on.
on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
They'll line up to go for 2. Goes to the option. He won't make it in. Stopped just short on the 2-point conversion attempt, and that's how this first half will come to a close. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
That's absolutely fucking important.
The Rebels will kick it bring it out. It's Benedict. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick strike complete. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back. But man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
They'll try to run for it. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. He goes down after a short return. What a play to get the football back.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments. You talk about, we've seen them do this, we've seen them do that. Let's get ready for it. Let's have a plan. Plan executed. You could tell they knew what was coming. Did a great job defensively, forcing an interception right out the gates to start the second half.
They're going to open this drive with a pass.
Are you fucking... Oh, God.
Takes the pick back to the 32-yard line, and now this offense will be in business.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that.
That's
His
insane.
third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Give to the single back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some
This
gaudy
fucking
rushing
bitch is
stats.
wide open and you just
Stanford fresh on
overthrow it.
that big run, going back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. Inside the 30. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Stanford wants to push the pace. They believe they can run right here. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Stanford comes up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times in these goal-to-go situations. First and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if
Get the fuck out of here.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Stanford. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Wow, the this offense. They have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, when Wisconsin and Iowa get together, they play for the right to own the Heartland Trophy, and here's how it went down. Iowa was able to finish off a close one in Iowa City today. They did just enough, both offensively and defensively, to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup. And the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
He's looking deep. He's got it all right. There he goes. Touchdown, Rebels. And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's Benedict. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This lead that they've been working with is dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. After that last completion, it's 2nd down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's
I think
1st
it's
and 10
weird
from the
putting your
38-yard
line
line.
I don't.
To the air on 1st down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. Quick pass on the fly motion.
Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. It's just
Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a
You
quarterback.
can run
Pad my stats. I like those long touchdown
inside
passes
zone
where I just threw it really short.
and just so you can just outrun the entire team. Like,
Kickoff
there's
unit
nothing.
getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. you got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can defend you.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Rebels want to move quickly. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. He spins that thing down the middle. He's got it for a big play. Grabs a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Back open in the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna look downfield again. The sweet feet buy a little time. Got away from the trouble and got rid of it. And here's the third interception of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
It's not even close to where I was playing it.
What was he looking at?
Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Right here, one time. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Under fire. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like the guy at the quarterback spot, just do that, pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for every single play.
Offense a little backed up here, but it helped to convert this third down. Unloads to the wideout. Right man on the right. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Give to the back. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Here we go. Stop the pass. Alert. Go.
They want to run it left here. There he goes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. We reached the break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down.
Get set. Get set.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his back in the middle. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They'll move the wide receiver. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
It's just so nice to to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Grab over the middle. It's Benedict. Touchdown, Stanford! And the stomping has commenced. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to.
Wide open spaces. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw. He's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
Quickly out to the tight end. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Going for it all. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Rebels are rolling down the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
I think the thing that's so impressive about this defense, it's not just the athleticism and the ability to get to the quarterback, it's the variety in the ways they can do it. Sometimes it's a 4-man rush, sometimes it's a 3-man rush, sometimes it's all-out blitz. But with the speed they have, especially in that front seven, it has been a nightmare for this offense. They've been giving up sack after sack after sack in this game.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Motion from the back. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Takes the grab past the marker. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. And the Rebels, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Touchdown, Vegas. Great job by the back on the option. Follow the block. The
through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give as they work on that clock. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Cardinal come to the line facing 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
Punt is in the air. Wants to bring it back. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Here's a hit. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the defense.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. To the ground with the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds.
Just
We're
20
trying to
clock.
beat the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds. I cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. And runs through another guy. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. At the 20, he's got space.
I went fucking too bad.
And the route is on. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask.
doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25.
First play of the game. Boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Getting set. Here's second down. Using the ground game here. They've got him, but not before making first-time yards. They moved the ball to the 41.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run, you can go to play action, and really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
To throw, it's Hart. It's an out route, the catch made. Defense shoves it out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Short completion there. Second down coming up. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it with room to run. Losing the clear down the right side. He's on the hit. It's a long distance to the score. Touchdown. Just getting settled in for this conference championship game. This offense already has put points on the board.
Man, they are not wasting any time at all in settling into this football game. They got straight to their reads. Quarterback did a nice job of just kind of executing the game plan, and they're up 7 here early.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Shotgun, here's an inside give. He goes nowhere. Stop pull behind the line of scrimmage.
Because I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and your game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
They bring it down quickly, a short pushing catch, and get a little bit closer to the mark.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. A big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
In the shotgun, handoff inside. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. The receiver passes. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Out of the shotgun, will hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice game. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Throws to the tight end. Pass back, can he get in? Will score. Touchdown, Bears. The second half trying to be 18.
Chris, the quarterback looks up, sees a wide open target. Sometimes those throws are harder than the ones where they're tightly covered. But he makes a nice throw, and it's an easy touchdown for this offense.
And he's going to bring this out a couple yards into the end zone. And he's talking about the 23. That's solid coverage. And here comes the offense back out on the field now. Ball handed off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming out.
Thrown quickly, caught in the right foot. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the 1st down mark.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
The Blue Hens look to keep this drive moving. 1st down and 10. Scanning the field, it's Hart. And it's caught. Brought down very quickly. Not much to show for that completion.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the 1st down, it's plays like this that help you to sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
And the completion made. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
Of all the receivers to lose track of, it's this guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country. Lucky that wasn't a score.
And the Blue Hens pick up enough to get a 1st down there. Looking for a receiver. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
On the move now. Trying to get the throw off. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's not going to bring out 3rd down.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws this football, and it falls incomplete.
Now it's 3rd and long for this offense. Football right at midfield. Dropping back, a little throw for the 1st down.
It's Perry.
They get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down now from the 37.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Clock is running last minute in a very entertaining 1st quarter of play. From the shotgun handoff. And they tried the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Critical moment in this conference championship. 10th play of the drive. 3rd down and short. Dropping back. It's Hart. That catches early. The game moves the ball to 17. 1st down.
On 3rd down, the key to me is the offensive line, the pass protection. Because you know that you're going to throw, and the defense knows that you're going to throw. It's a matter of can you protect your quarterback and give him the time, and then can the receivers win on the outside? They're able to do that, move those sticks. It's a first down.
A fun conference championship battle in the early going. Deadlocked at the end of the first. Let's check out the stats real quick. And as we move to the second quarter, we hope these teams will build a promising start. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Looking to throw it from the red zone. It's a quick catch. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
He escapes the pocket. Deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, he can't quite hold on. Big missed opportunity for an interception. Sets up third down.
Boy, not only did they drop what looked like an interception in their own end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum in their favor.
With the second down incompletion, they have to convert here on third down and 8. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Can't hold on. The defensive play brings up a fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down. Yeah, I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. And bring him down, but the back able to pick up some decent yardage in that screen.
Good time here to drop this screen in for the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
Second down, they're going to throw it. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Goes out of bounds after a solid gain. As the tight end flex out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why we like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this. That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He can be the quarterback safety blanket.
Now it's second down. And from the shotgun, inside handoff. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, I know it's not a huge game. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's so early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
An important third down attempt for this offense. They're going to pick up the first down through the air. Good throw to the left. And makes the catch and gets his foot down. What a play. For a first down.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
Snapping it from the red zone now. Looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. And the defense says not again. They wouldn't let him get loose for the scramble. Brought him down for a short gain.
Well, that's just being crafty right here by this quarterback. It's not there. You pick up what you can and stay ahead of the chains. And who knows, do this enough, they'll have to start spying on this quarterback, which could open up some passing lanes that weren't there before.
They'll have to throw it here on second down. Touchdown, Syracuse, as they put 6 more on the board. Extra point makes the lead 4. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Now he comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the offense looking to start the drive. Looking to throw. It's Hart. Bringing pressure. No connection there. The pass is incomplete.
Well, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 30?
Like, in the fuck off, dude.
Nothing is more
There's
gratifying
no
for
goddamn way.
to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your
Because
defense.
some fucking stunk. Of course.
As your
Usually
first third and long, giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now on 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Looking for his back. The pass is intercepted. A tackle for the defense.
retarded.
He's bringing it back. He's going to score the pick 6. Touchdown. Orange.
Boy, in an instant, Chris, you go from having a chance to cut into this lead to now being down double digits after the interception return for a touchdown.
It's
What a
absolutely
play by this defense.
important.
And they tack on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. He'll hand it off. There's a hard running there through a tackle.
That's a really good run by this offense. And Chris, here they go. Up-tempo offense looking for a first down.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is not loose.
Fuck that dude, bro.
And they bring him down after a short return. This defense comes up with the takeaway.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there. They were able to knock it loose.
So the Syracuse offense is back out on the field. They were in the margin of the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. And it's intercepted. He's stuck in front of that bullet. He'll step out of bounds, but that is a huge takeaway for this defense.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Gets made on the outback. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. Looking to throw. It's Hart. Screen to the receiver in the flat. Stop right there at the line. No gain.
Great job by this defense of tackling in space. They are going to keep him short of the first down marker, and a big decision for this head coach on whether or not to go for it or pull it away.
again. He fires downfield.
What the fuck is going on, bro?
Fourth down stand by this defense.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Overly aggressive and things go bad. And I get it when it's late in the game and you're trying to climb back into it. But to have a turnover on downs now, this one can hurt.
Fuck them, bro. Pretty sure. I'm just having him stunned. He gets a second fucking pressure.
First down, looking to throw the football. Caught in the sack by the running back. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Bullshit.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have the sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Looking to pass here on second down. And the receiver makes the catch. Tackled after the completion.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. I don't just want to fucking stand there.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. And that pass is called in over the middle. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. The Blue Hens will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Looking downfield, it's Hart. Running out of time in the pocket. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. Second down play now coming up.
That's the fucking pressure.
He misfired on first down, so it's second and 10 from the 41. He's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And he can't hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
And he'll drop back here on third down. He's running out of time here.
Get the fuck out.
As the third down
So
pressure.
fucking pressure.
Blue Hens will have to run this one away. Looking to flip the field here. And it's sort of brought down by the coverage team now. So here we go. The first play of the drive. Less than a minute to play before halftime. Looking to throw it on first down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge game, but he could not collect it.
Well, if it hasn't been made abundantly clear by now, they want to get the ball downfield to this guy. That was almost his second touchdown alone here in the first half.
Incompletion sets up a second down. You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Looking right. This one caught. And he'll run out of bounds and pick it up a few yards on the play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Hit as he throws it deep. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down. The punt team making their way on the field. He's on to boot it away now. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? To throw, it's Hart. It's a quick round. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on a tackle. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. First down, we're going to throw the ball. On the pass rush, gets home.
That's what's cool.
The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. He made good on his first attempt, but this one is from 47 yards away. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Blue Hens will kick it off to begin the second half. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. The passing game very hard to stop in the first half. Let's see if they can begin to feature the run game here. Short throw complete to a tight end. He hits it out of bounds after a really nice game there.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
It's a quick down. Run down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
And the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Completion makes it 2nd down. He'll hand it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
In the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
0 running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Obviously, you're going to throw the football on 3rd down. Man, they complete that pass and lose yardage to set up this big 4th down.
And 4th down, they'll punt it away here. See if he can make something happen with the return. The returner is brought down. Looks to start with the next drive. Offense comes out to start this drive. Receiver in motion now. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
First down. Sneaks the quick throw. That's a big hit at the end, but even the first set of downs. And the Blue Hens looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down, but the game moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
With these big pass plays can jumpstart this offense a bit, and here they go at the tempo, looking to get this defense confused and out of position.
They make the tackle, but all the way down to the 17.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
And inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. On the move now. Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
First down sack, pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Second down, we're going to throw it. Dumps it down. They bring him down. It's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. On the run, he'll let it go. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown. Empty set as they try for the two-point conversion. Dropping back. It's hard. Quick throw. Catch made on the outlet. And he is stopped short. The two-point try fails. They can't cut this lead further.
Hey, how about this defense there? Nice job rallying to the football to keep them short there as they tried that two-point play.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone and they'll begin the drive at the 25. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. Look out, room to run here. First down, looking for more now. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
Oh, that one's picked off.
Well, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
Defense ready to start this drive. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And when they finally stop him, but a decent game that time. The Blue Hens looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Going to pick up the third and short through the air. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown, Blue Hens. And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. So after pulling up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there and pulling away. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Quick throw to the left. Running catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid game, more than enough to pick up the first down.
Boy, they do a great job here on play action. The linebackers were completely fooled. 2 or 3 steps up into the line of scrimmage, opened up a nice lane behind the backers, between the safeties, for the quarterback to make the read and a good throw downfield.
So second down after the incompletion. He drops back in the gun. Now looks deep left. He had all day. Touchdown down near the 10. He's still down. They bring him down at the 5.
Saw the Brewers is third half. 2
That's
seconds.
just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out with a receiver to make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
The Orange have it now, first and goal. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. Looking to the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown.
That's awful.
You talk about being in the zone. This guy continues to make big plays. That's another touchdown
Oh,
pass
God.
for the quarterback.
The AT is good, so the lead is
Smart
9.
player.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Offense makes its way on the field, ready to start the drive. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to scramble. And he finds his tight end for the catch. And that will pick up the first down. He'll spot it at 38. And the Blue Hens come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. On first and 10, looking to throw. It's an out the catch made.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
Back near the sticks. It's Perry. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks into the clear. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Blue Hens line up on first and 10 now. And there's the handoff. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Handoff here from the shotgun. Saka with a strong tackle there.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Slipping up on the defense. They get him down after a short return, but a turnover created by this defense. Big moment.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their head on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
The offense wins this drive, backs their own goal line, set up at the 3. They'll run it to the left. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
It's not a huge gain. Past the 30. Here he goes. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Holding an advantage and weapon for this offense to have a tight end that can get this open downfield. Really has both the physicality of a fullback and the downfield presence of a wide receiver. Such an advantage going against these undersized defenders, and he made that touchdown look easy.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. You make the tackle, but he gains enough to make the first down in what should be the last play of the 3rd quarter. And it's Syracuse on top right now. So after 3 quarters of play, it's a pretty solid lead. Let's take a look at our game stats, how we got here. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They open the 4th by going to the air. Moves out of the pocket. Locates the tight end. It's complete. Will be taken down, but he crosses midfield to the 48. And the Blue Hens come to the line in the hurry up.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes a reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
On the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Catch made by the tight end. And they get the conversion there. First down now from the 33.
Hey, it's got to start somewhere. That's a nice conversion here on 3rd down. You got a long way to go, but maybe a little momentum here. Let's see what they can do coming off that nice play.
Catch is made down the middle.
Which really bad. Two words and it's the
Red zone with a first down to 17. Here comes a throw from the red zone. With the receiver. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Looking to throw it again. He's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense making a push back. The Blue Hens will line up now. It's 1st and goal. First and goal, hand off. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. So it sets up a 2nd and goal from the 4th. So early movement from the offense and pushing back 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. It's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. He makes the catch.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running around like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football, and already in the end zone for the touchdown.
You will run it in and make a big 2-point try and make this a 1-possession game now. Down 8. Got momentum scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? He displays the ball away there. Nobody else protects him because of it.
Man, if I'm this offense, Chris, I stay aggressive. I know they didn't connect there, but keep testing this defense. Keep challenging, because if you do connect on that one, it could be a game-breaking play.
They tackle him at the 38. Solid game. Nice play there.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this first down and
Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base, I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, turning the blitz loose, trying to create some plays to get the football back.
It's fucking hard.
That's going to be a first down, and really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Fires it to the wideouts. Downfield shot, ball is incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job.
He's in the clear. Touchdown, Orange. There was no catching that time.
Well, it's just a matter of time till this guy found the seam and took it to the house. Unbelievable job by the offensive lineman, allowing him to get to that second and third level, and with his kind of speed, no chance of bringing him down.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Bought some time, now lets it go. Makes the catch. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down. And the Blue Hens will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. And they're going to throw now on first down. On the move now.
And just like that, you
Some
squeeze the
goddamn
life
coaching,
out of this
man.
offense.
Boy.
That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from their 25. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football and brings up a third down. See if the offense can move or change off an incompletion. They're going to throw it on 3rd and very long. Finally heaves it deep down the middle. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. The Blue Hens moving quickly down the field here.
I love to see this team fighting the way they are. Picking up a first down on that third down shows you they still believe. They still think they got a shot to come back and compete in this game.
2nd down after that completion.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Boy, this quarterback's doing a great job of just managing the game. Nice throw, good completion on first down, and he's already got a play call. He's ready to snap the ball again.
The offense now operating in empty. First down. Looking to throw the football. Moves to his left now, escaping the pocket. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Makes the grab. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now. And that completion puts him over 300 yards passing today.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, really, it all has to come together with the offensive line play, the receivers.
That's the reason
And he's just in sync. He's kind of in that zone right now, and he'll be the first one to tell you how much his teammates have helped him out today.
And the Blue Hens will line up here on first down and goal. Looking to chuck it again. He's got it near the end zone. Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now. Now they're going to hustle to the line and get set. The pass rush closing in. He throws it away. A smart choice that time. Probably bring up a third down.
That's a smart heads-up play to me by the quarterback. Would rather throw it in the stands than a tight throw leading to a potential turnover. Wonder what they'll have dialed up here on this third down.
And they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Williams.
What a score by this offense, and the greatest thing, Chris, is they still left themselves a little bit of time. And now you're thinking onside kick, if they can recover it, you never know.
And now they'll set up for the point after. UHC is good and still trailing. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to beat it away. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. First play of the drive now on the 25. Working clock with the ground game. First down and more. He's still on it. Breaks loose at the 45. He got him down, but not before he reaches the 39.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
And at first down, we're right back to the run game. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Closing in on a conference championship, this offense trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. And the single back takes the handoff. Not much on that play, brought down short. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Less than 2 minutes for the conference championship. Can they keep the football and secure the win? Shotgun, he hands it off. And he'll stop him just short of the mark. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. Now the first play of this drive will set up at the 37. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looks to the left, and it's complete. He makes the stop, but not before he moves the football across midfield. 1st down at 48. Here we go. Conference championship game comes down to this. The offense got to make the play here. The time winding down. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. Championship is at stake. Can the offense step up here in the final minutes? Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And the receivers got it. And they wrap him up, and the gain is good enough for a 1st down. Here we go. Conference championship game comes down to this. The offense got to make a play here with time winding down. The course of the sideline steps out after a short gain. Championship is at stake. Can the offense step up here in the final minutes? Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Caught by the receiver. They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a 1st and goal from the 10. 1st and goal here. Needing a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And the quarterback dropping back.
two will be trying to hit the two-pointer. But let's focus right now on this last play to see if they can get it to the end zone.
Now they'll come up second down and goal from the 10. Built to throw here on second down. Gets made on the outside. And they wrap him up and bring him down in what is the final play of the game.
to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's McCray. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Michigan State's offense will go to work first. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. You're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now.
And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. The give on the inside. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. To the air, it's Childs. Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Spartans will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Secures it at the 30. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So the Cincinnati Bearcats offense will have its first possession of the game. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse. Do they let him? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups? Or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Let's take a minute and talk about Cincinnati. It's the conference finale today. Win this one. Extra football ahead. Has taken a ton of hard work to get here, David, and they certainly can't afford to let down.
Yeah, and you people, Reese, you know, that looking ahead, always point to the future, like, they need to win today. Like, their goals are still in front of them, but today is a big day in the conference to continue to keep winning.
And that's the thing I think their coach kept reminding his team of all week long. At the very start of the year in our first team meeting, we put our goals up on the board. The #1 goal was to win the conference, and they have a chance to guarantee themselves a spot in that game with a win today.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The give on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. First down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Got it set up on the outside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Third down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Dropping back, it's Childs. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Spartans in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. His drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Running back searching for a hole. Pass to Stinson, still on his feet. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Spartans pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. He'll keep it himself. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count.
They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense got him at the 27. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The give from the gun. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They go right back to it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
It'll be 3rd and long. Throwing right. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. And the Bearcats line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
And just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Childs. Finds the tight end. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Hands it off. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting it.
They'll give it to him again. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And there is a little more difficult to defend than pressure right up the middle, and the big nose tackle brings it there.
And he starts right on the football. A lot of time he gets double teamed, right? Because he's right there and you got the guards next to him.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Rutgers proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Scarlet Knights team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me.
With the catch, it's called well.
This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Pulls and pulls on the RPO. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed. They showed some of it there.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Sorsby. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. The Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quick completion to the right. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Timeout called by the defense is their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And as we get deep in this 1st half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Bearcats.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst. He showed all of those attributes right there.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. The give to the tailback. Makes it past the marker. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Looking downfield, it's Child. Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down. Back to pass. Just gets rid of it to the run back underneath. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
The Spartans are in the hurry up. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Throws to the wideout. Working now inside. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Bringing the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at 34. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll open the second half on the ground. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Got it in the middle. It's Bryant. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space in the passing game. They're going to make sure they get a lot of hands for the football. They'll put their hands full.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. The Bearcats are marching down the field. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to go like this the rest of the game.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Got a little space. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Sorsby. It's caught. It's Royer. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a piece. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
That's a big key for this offense now. You got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The option roll. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to barge in. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop them.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bearcats. A methodical drive. Soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Coming out with it, it's McCray. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Pulls and fires complete. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after him. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. And the Spartans in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
The Spartans will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
If I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
Looking for space, it's Walker. They bring him down, and not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
There's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The Bearcats look to keep this drive humming. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Got it in the middle. It's Walker. Knocked down for the tackle.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
innings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. Leaves it with a cover. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack that.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the Spartans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. That's caught. It's Kelly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play to bleed the clock.
Behind his man, it's McCray. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. The Spartans will line it up on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Child. Get it out on the screen. There he goes. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Belly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. 3rd down play from the gun. He lost one down the sideline. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Boyd. Spins away from Watt. Right down the gut of the field. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Looking downfield, it's Child. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Rushes on him. Fires up. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got it right where you want it.
Yeah, they've thrown passion to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this is the 3rd to mid-range. You got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Quarterback on the keeper. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw, it's Childs. Fires to the end zone. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. They'll try it over the left side. Brought down at the 23. It's a 15-yard pickup to get them way out of their own end. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it
it.